This is the third part of the video. In this video I'm going to show you how I turned the finished blank into a bowl. So remember always to read, understand, and follow all the instructions that come with your power tools equipment. Woodworking is fun, but remember to work safely. So I'll move it up to 850. Should be fine. Wow, that looks pretty nice. It looks like I have a little bit of a gap in here. Again, this is just an experiment. More than anything else, it's just an experiment to see what I did right and what I did wrong. So for this first turning, I'm just going to blend the rings together, and then decide what shape then I'll decide which shape to go with. These shavings are just absolutely amazing because it's all side grain. And I never get shavings like this. Well, my scraper's ready to be sharpened. I've never gotten shavings like that before. It's all side grain. So I'm still not all the way down in these areas here. That looks amazing to me. That's just amazing. Amazingly nice. I guess I'll have to fill these seams somehow. But I've got quite a ways to go. I can probably go down another 1/8, maybe even a 1/4 inch on the outside before I get to the inside. So the outside is probably better balanced than the inside, so I'm going to hollow the inside a little bit. And I think I'm going to just stick with my 3/4 inch half round. And I'm still spinning at about 850 RPMs. That looks pretty nice to me. And I'm going to try to clear out right there. I did a rough turn of the outside of this just to get an idea of the general shape, and so I just removed wood till I got down to where the seams were. I think that does it for the outside. I'm going to give it another coat of sanding sealer, and I'm going to try out my Miguel Sanchez sander. Well, it does seem to have its sweet spots, but it does a pretty darn good job. Real good job. And no, there's nothing wrong with that. So check out Miguel Sanchez. I believe he's in Spain. Might even be out on an island, a Spanish-owned island. But that looks pretty good. It would have taken me a long time, and the nice thing about it is you don't see any sanding marks in it, because it's spinning so fast. I sanded it lightly. Let me see if I can sand it with this. I don't know if I can get in there with this. Wow, it really does get that off there. And again, no sanding marks. Well, if you haven't checked out Miguel Sanchez, you need to check him out. He's very imaginative, very inventive kind of guy. So, I've sanded it roughly. I'm going to go ahead and give it a coat of wipe-on polyurethane, and we'll see what the grain looks like. And I'm just going to use a little piece of knit cotton cloth. what the grain looks like. Wow, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to give it a light coat and come back and sand it again. Probably have to let this set probably overnight. At least a couple of hours, but maybe overnight. Can't hardly beat walnut for color. This is a brown walnut. So go over again. See, make sure I don't leave any dry spots, and then we'll see what it looks like after it dries. So I'm going to let that dry for a couple of hours. So here's my bowl. It turned out pretty nice, I think. Okay. The part I need to finish now is the base. I'm going to use a friction jar, which is a piece of plastic foam, and we'll push it over my chuck. Try to keep it centered as best I can. Okay. Then I'm going to pull up my my tailpiece. Sorry about that. I'm going to pull up my tailpiece, and I'll put it in that little nub that I made. Okay. Now, the trick here is to move this around to where it's flat against the chuck. Spin this at 250. Not so bad. That's pretty good. Then with my chisel, I'll remove the dovetail. So I want to get in here carefully and make light cuts. And I'm just going to use a 1/2 inch round nose scraper. And that should be it. I'm going to go ahead and sand that, put my name in there, and give it a coat of polyurethane. So there is one thing left to do. Now that I've removed the recess, I need to remove this little nub. And I'm going to try to take it slow. And let's see if I can remove it a little at a time. I don't know which way it's going to break. Oh, that wasn't too bad, because this is all mostly glue. It's glued. I'm having trouble holding it. That's not too bad. Okay, so there it is, and I'll just sand that a little bit by hand, and it should be fun, and I'll write my name on the inside of that ring. So here's my finished bowl. Turned out rather nice, I think. It has a lot of different contrasts from the different types of walnut. There's light walnut, dark walnut. It's got a really nice brown tone to it. And on the inside it looks like I purposely made a pattern, which I didn't. Just turned out that way. So if you've enjoyed this video, click on like. If you're not a subscriber, click on subscribe. If you're not a member of YouTube, sign up for an account. It's quick, it's easy. You can leave comments, ask questions, and get answers.